Australia's best footballers have joined forces. The Irish have been waiting. Seven Sport presents Ireland and Australia in the inaugural International Test Series.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Decider, the third and final test in this Gaelic football series. At the moment, the series stands at 1-1, with Australia successful in the first, Ireland coming back strongly to take the second in a thriller by just 4 points. So now it comes down to this one. It's being played at Croke Park in Dublin. The venue was also used for the second test. They had a crowd on that day of around the 12,000 mark, and I wouldn't be at all surprised if we exceed that for this third and deciding test. But let's just recap on the first two. You'll remember Australia had problems with their tackling in the first test. That got them into all sorts of trouble with authorities over there, although they won the match.
No, he's in trouble, and a box on starts. And they come from everywhere. Oh, it's an all-in, I'll say Donnybrook. Look at it. Oh, the trainers are in there as well.
So then came the second test. The Australians had some harsh talking. They said there would be no tackling this time. They'd learnt their lesson. But they couldn't stop the Irish running game. And Ireland went on to win it by 4 points, 80-76.
Yes, good grab. And a chance for Ireland. Going in is McNichol. And a goal! Kicked by O'Rourke.
Yes, the Irish running players proving too strong for Australia on that occasion, but Australian coach John Todd has said since that game, we'll tackle if we have to stop the Irish to win the third and deciding test. It's going to be some great action, so I think now we might take you to Croke Park in Dublin and welcome once again Peter Land.
Thank you, Sandy. Good evening to you. Good evening, Australia. And from Croke Park in Dublin, welcome to the third and final international between Australia and Ireland. Dermot Early, we couldn't have wished for better weather.
Yes, indeed. A beautiful day here, a beautiful autumn day. I think that the wind might be a little bit tricky, but the spectators will like the day, and so will the footballers.
Dermot, surprisingly, the Ireland selectors have made 7 changes to the side of last week, only 1 compulsory.
Yes, indeed. 7 changes. I think that some of them were on the cards all right. And the 1 compulsory one is Sean Welch, who played such a great game at midfield during the week, has had to cry off due to broken ribs and is replaced by Shea Fahey, who has been playing on each of the tests so far.
I thought the goalkeeper O'Leary had to be unlucky to be dropped, surely.
Definitely unlucky. I thought he played an excellent game. He did a Gary McIntosh in getting the ball out very quickly from each time it went over the line, and I think that was one of the things that helped Ireland last week. So O'Leary was unlucky, but Charney Nelligan is a great goalkeeper.
All right, well, let's take a look at the sides now, Dermot, and alphabetically we'll start with Australia first. 1 change, that is, of course, compulsory. Robbie Flower has a broken hand, and his place in the side has been taken by Simon Madden. The goalkeeper, predictably, is Gary McIntosh, who's been playing brilliant football since he arrived in Ireland. A logical choice, and he's been very consistent right throughout the tour. The full-back line is Holden, Pertz and Russell Green. The half-back line is DP Domenico, Rance and Motley. The midfielders are Terry Danaher and Maurice Rioli, 2 of the informed players in the Australian squad. The half-forwards are Hardy, Glendinning and Bradley. The full-forwards are Healy, Kernahan and Platten. And the substitute players, or interchange, as we call them back in Australia, of course, Aish, Molaxos, Madden, Ackerley, Daniels and Lee. Madden in for Flower. As we said, Dermot, 7 changes in the Ireland side. How will they line up?
Yes, 7 changes. Nelligan, as I mentioned, is in goal. The full back line has 1 change. At number 4 now we have Liam Tierney. You will remember him. He was very fast last week. The half back line remains the same. Kerrigan, Spillane and Buckley. At midfield with our captain Jack O'Shea, we have Shea Fahey now coming in wearing the number 19 shirt. Sean Welch cried off because of broken ribs. The half-forward line, we have Blaney at number 10. He came on last week. Liam Austin, big fellow at number 11, and Dermot McNichol. And the full-forward line is Colm O'Rourke. He was full forward at number 14 position last week. He's number 13 today. Owen Liston, the fellow who made an impression in the first test but because of injury wasn't there last week, is at number 14. And Michael Martin is in at corner forward, or number 15. I think it's a strong team, and we look forward to a good game.
Any predictions?
Ireland by a couple of points.
Well, we'll argue about that later. OK, Sandy, we'll take a break, and we'll be back for the start of the game in just a few moments, the third test between Australia and Ireland, Croke Park in Dublin.